Yes, guys, this is Nearly Last, bringing you another gameplay for today. This time we're going to be playing on Momentum, as you can see. And I haven't brought you any Momentum gameplay so far in any of my previous videos. But if you haven't seen any of my previous videos, guys, if you like to click on the link above, it'll take you back to my previous video. And if you could leave a like, subscribe, and any comments that you might have, that would be brilliant. Anyway, this is going to be our first game, it's going to be a whole gameplay. And then on the second part, it's just going to be a highlight. Because this game went pretty well, so it was over fairly quickly, as we know Momentum gameplays can be. Anyway, I do enjoy the old Momentum. I must admit, it's a fast-paced game. It sort of brings me back to my headquarters days of before. I used to love headquarters. Everyone had to go for the same point, so it made it a lot more fast-packed and a lot more full-on. So this time, this is about as close as I can get to it. Anyway, guys, as we can tell by the title below, here's another little off-topic one. Now, basically, I was talking to my son upstairs. Now, he's nearly 15 years old. I'm 34. And basically, we were talking about first computers. Basically, I think his first computer was an Xbox. And showing my age just a little bit here, I must admit, I mean, I don't know if some of you guys will remember this or will want to remember it. I'm not too sure, but my first computer ever was a Spectrum. That's right, a thing called a Spectrum. Now, for anyone out there that doesn't know what a Spectrum is, basically, back in the day, you used to have this little, like a black box, so to speak, and you plug it into your TV. Now, you used to have a tape cassette. That's right, a tape cassette that you used to have to use to load the games on. Basically, you put the cassette in, and then you would press it for it to load. Now, for it to load, it would sometimes take about 45 minutes to load. And if it stopped, or if it chewed up the tape in any way, you had to start again. So you'd have to take the tape out, get a pencil, stick it in the middle, wind the tape back up, put it back in, and then load it again. And it used to be quite tedious, I must admit. And that was all just to play games where you had tennis, where the bars would go up on the left and the right hand side of the screen, and you had to keep the little white ball in. But then they moved on to Commodores and I think it was Amstrad and things like that. Then we were on to the Sega Mega Drives and the Nintendos, I think. Now, I used to love it when we moved on to the Segas and that. I remember the cartridges you used to plug into the top, and then they brought out the Mega CD. Oh, that was just like a revolution. You used to plug your old console into that. You could play things on CD. It was, wow, it used to be amazing. And then we had different ones from like the Nintendos and that lot. But also we had another thing, I don't know if anyone remembers, it's called a Neo Geo. Now I used to have a Neo Geo, they used to be classed as arcade perfect, and I used to have Fatal Fury 2 with it. Now I used to love Fatal Fury 2. You had this big old joypad that you used to stick on your table. But there was a slight problem with the Neo Geo. Now we're talking like nearly 18, nearly 20 years ago now. Now basically, one of those games for a Neo Geo would be about £110, £120. Now if you're going back that far, kids didn't really have that kind of money. So it was rather expensive and it didn't work out for me too well. So I decided to trade that one in and go back to what I used to know. But I was just wondering, guys, what to put this out towards you guys is basically, what was your first computer? Do you remember, or was it quite recent? What was your first one? Maybe you were lucky enough that the first one was an Xbox One or a PS4. That would be quite handy. But if you could leave your comments in the section below, that would be great. Anyway, guys, we're just going to be closing out now. And if you haven't seen any of my previous videos, if you'd like to click on the links on the screen and maybe subscribe. If you could like the video down below, that would be much appreciated. And I shall be back again with another video tomorrow. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye-bye.